We have many religions today, and all of them are spread through some type of communication, whether it be through a church, whether it be through people outside in the open spreading the news to random people, or even through TV or internet. All these people are some type of preachers or evangelists. None of these religions would be able to be spreaded without these people. And I've watched so many TV, I've seen so many preachers, and if you go out today and you ask who was the most influential, who was the most famous preacher out there, many of them would name off one guy in particular named Billy Graham. Now, Billy Graham was born in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1915 on a local dairy farm. So he was able to learn a trade of being able to pursue something and complete something that he had started or pursued, which really helped him out into what he was able to do and how he changed society today. At age 14, he accepted God into his life as well as the call to ministry and evangelism. Through that, he went to many revivals, crusades. He went to many of these churches with preachers who was able to influence him and help him in his process to be able to be one of the greatest preachers and evangelists through our time today. So with all that, once he was able to preach on his own, he went to a Los Angeles crusade, which lasted 12 weeks. He preached this almost every day, and because of this, he was able to expand his international relations to other people, and not just being able to be heard in the U.S., but being able to be heard further away in Africa, Europe, Japan, all those other countries who were able to see him through, of course, TV, or even he would make trips over there to preach him. Because of this one crusade, people started to notice, and he was able to grow his ministry as a whole and be able to reach more people than just ones in the U.S. And a lot of people, whenever you think of his preaching, everybody said one verse in mind describes him the most. Mark 16:15. Go ye into the world and preach the gospel to all the creatures. Which, what this means is going out, whether it be through your neighborhood, going online with a webcam, with a video, calling somebody, going to somebody person to person, and just asking them, or spreading the word of your religion, if it be any kind of religion, going and telling them about it, explaining to them about it, wanting them to learn more about it. That's evangelizing, that's preaching, that's going and spreading the news to everybody, which this is what he did. Everybody said he took this so literally. That's why he was able to connect with so many people. That's why he was able to reach so many lives, because he took this one verse literally and actually went out and pursued and got it done and actually spread the word as much as he could. Now, throughout his ministry, he was able to reach so many people, so many crusades, so many revivals, that he reached well over 250 million people, and it's still growing today, because even though he's not able to be alive today, his association, which he created in 1950, the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. Through that association, many TV channels, many internets, many preachers themselves have been influenced or brought up to be able to be shown these religions, no matter what religion there is, to be able to be spread. A lot of them were influenced by Billy Graham himself in this association. Billy Graham also, what he did, he also wrote many books. If you go out and look at him, it teaches you what his plan was. He teaches you so much. He spreads the word of God through those books, and how to reach more lives, how to help yourself out in general. And through these books, so many more lives, not just his preaching or the associations or the webcams or even other preachers. His books have even saved so many lives because they showed the true self and what people really, really, really wanted. So yes, he died in February 21st of 2018 due to natural causes. But everything lived on. Even before that, he was even reached out by presidents, famous people themselves, not just him before he was really famous, especially Ronald Reagan, Barack Obama. A bunch of these other people were influenced by him and wanted him to come and speak to them on what that he wanted to do. And through all that, many people were saved. Many people were also influenced. Many preachers today will say that Billy Graham influenced them and how they preach today and their push to spread the good news and spread everything that they do today because of him. Many people have come through this world, and if you compare all of them, it's insane on what all these preachers and people that have spread these news, what they have done. But if you also compare them to Billy Graham, it will be inspiring on how many of them were influenced on what he did, were influenced by what he did even after his death, just by his association and other preachers that were influenced by even more preachers who would you figure out were influenced by Billy Graham himself. So all these many people were influenced to be able to do what they do, and many of their lives, as well as millions and millions and millions of others, were changed because of Billy Graham.